And a very warm welcome back to the second episode of the Loot Table Randomizer. When we left off, we found a lot of diamonds, of course, through stone and slime blocks. We have been all over the place, and we've also had this in our view. We're going to be staying well clear of that for now, and our objective for the first part of today's episode is to try and change the temperature. We're going to try and get to some warmer biomes. I have realised, actually, we never checked farmland. That's something really easy to get with our hoe. Into a yellow candle via the redstone block. Mangrove. Excuse me, that was a bit of an inside hiccup. Mangrove planks into some stairs. Into Crimson Hyphae. There's our flowering azalea again. So that is a slightly nicer way of getting ender pearls. Not the best way, but definitely better than what we've had before. So we know that farmland is easily accessible wherever we are. We just need to use our hoe on the ground. That makes me feel a little bit better. Other highlights from the last one, if you did miss it. Kelp gives us the abandoned mineshaft loot table. So that's going to be our source of food until we find something a little bit more reliable. And we are on the hunt for anything interesting. I think the big thing to do now is to try and find some different temperature biomes, because with those we can likely find some different bits and pieces. We'll have different woods, we'll have different leaves, we'll have, of course, lily pads if we find the swamp, and it looks like we're going back into the colder climate, but not all bad. I remember the spruce leaves give us iron. So if we need iron in abundance, we know exactly where to go. In the meantime, let's keep ploughing on. And as I mentioned in the first episode, this is going to be more of an unedited long play kind of experience. So we're going to be just trying to see what we find. In fact, we've done a full circle here. I think we spawned around here. Yeah, we did. Are we at 0-0? Almost at 0-0 there. And yes, I did accidentally click a screenshot. And it is 4:53 in the morning. Goodness me, it feels kind of shameful to say that, but those of you who know me know I am very much a night owl. And the night is still very young, so I've got plenty of time to try and find more resources. I reckon, you know, we might need to try and get another source of wood and just get ourselves a boat so we can sail across the ocean instead of swimming. Let's see if we can find anything that gives us a nice boat. Start off with that. Into green concrete. Could barely see that. Double slab. Ooh! This is very interesting. So we need to find a source of cherry wood, quick, sharp, and in a hurry. Because that, I believe, mending efficiency 4, we could try and get an anvil and get our mending on something. I do believe, though... Oh, shoot. Don't chuck the diamonds. I think that's Stronghold loot table. Yes, it is. We've got some extra ender pearls there. Another mending book. Goodness me. It's the cherry pressure plates we're after. Do a little inventory clear. We don't actually ending this particular challenge. We'll double check the torches. Well, I think we checked those. So where are more oxeye daisies? Or if we can find green concrete or nether brick. Armor trim, yep, that's the eye armor trim. That is absolutely 100% the stronghold chest loot. Can't remember if it just gives pearls or if it gives eyes of ender as well as a rare drop, but that is part of the equation for getting to beat the ender dragon. So that makes me feel better than the azaleas that we were trying to get the ender pearls from before. And now we are going to head over yonder. See what's over this way. Probably get some more oxeye daisy. Murder a salmon just because we can. What did we get from that? Chacha slab. into oak wood. We've already seen the oak log. That gives us mangrove roots. That gives us granny armour. We don't want granny armour. Anyway, before I got distracted by these very, very lovely fruitful flowers, I was saying this is going to be much more of a long-form, unedited style of content. It's halfway between a long play and a podcast. We're going to be talking about the game. We're going to be talking about all sorts of stuff in this particular series. Just going to see where the vibe takes us. Lots of books. No sign of any ender pearls. Ideally, we want the piglin bartering loot. That is sort of the creme de la creme for a few of the challenges we can do here. Because that will give us both slow sand and ender pearls. We've already checked the pumpkins, but gives us some wood. So probably useful to pick up all of these pumpkins. Seeing as they're a nice, easy resource, that will give us access to a boat as well if we need it. Is that another shipwreck? We're seeing a lot of surface shipwrecks on this seed, aren't we? And in case it's not obvious, I know nothing about this seed. In the first episode, we generated this world together, and I chose a completely random, completely neutral seed. No seed checking involved. So that's more fun. On a world where you're kind of committed to it, it's better to have a seed that you've curated. On something like this, just going completely not knowing anything. Gravel in that chest. Get rid of some of the crap we don't need. I want to hold on to that iron, I'm not sure why. Actually, we'll keep the power bow. That could come in handy for the Ender Dragon fight if we decide not to use beds. But let's move on. We'll head this way. Hopefully we'll get out of the colder climates as well. Actually, that's something that bugs me about Minecraft. Because in the warmer biomes, you've got things like the mangrove swamp, you've got the savanna, you've got the jungle. They have so many different wood types. In the cold biomes, it's just spruce. And that's not very interesting, and it does make challenges like this a little bit lopsided. If you spawn somewhere warmer, you're in with a far better chance of getting some progress fairly early on. Whereas we have to do the walk of shame to try and find the different biomes. So it can take a little bit longer, but the further away we get from spawn, hopefully the easier it'll be to find the stronghold. That's the one little saving grace of having to traverse quite a long way. And this, if I was playing in a forever world, would be glorious. It's just the right amount of height on the terrain, but it's not all mountains and jaggedy peaks, and it's not all completely flat. Well, I might make a note of this seed afterwards. I'm not going to look at it beforehand, because then the temptation will hit me to try and have a little look at the seed map, see where we need to go. That looks like cherry up there. Can spot its silhouette a mile off. Got some netherrack as well. Netherrack, of course, the most abundant resource in the nether. So if it's something good, if it's something useful, we might need to make a portal. But we're going to try and stay in the overworld for as long as we can. I know, I've still not made the boat. For the moment, it just feels slightly easier to do everything on foot. I'm going to assume that's a time waster. Get beds. Great for Debbie mining. Oh, what's happened here? That'll be the grass, won't it, from the waterfall? Miserable obsidian, what do you give? Don't give something good. Do not give something good. Aha! I'm happy with that. We'll take a regular piece of obsidian as well, see what that gives us. Is it night already? Goodness me. Black banners. Let's put down our yellow bed. We'll have a little sleep and I'll have a little hydrate. The bat over there, that indicates some kind of cave system. Not particularly fancying a full spelunking session. But we'll have a little peek around. And this is one of the very few caves that doesn't have any of the fun stones. Dripstone, thinking about it, would be a good one. We find a dripstone cave. That's got plenty of resources in abundance. We've got some pink petals up there. We'll have a proper check when we get a little bit higher up. Redstone repeater into pottery shard. Nothing useful there. Having a little bit of a look at the walls as well, see if we've got any of the fun stone blocks. Get rid of that mangrove propagule. Tell you what, they don't have make climbing up to the cherry a bloody chore, don't they? And after all of this, we know exactly what's going to happen. The cherry's going to have nothing for us. Nearly there, hopefully. Got the cherry leaves. We'll have 3 checks here. Because we can do regular cherry log. Break a few just to be sure. Rip it. That is stray. Loot of all things. Stray, of course, being the frozen chili skellybob. Birch sapling from the leaves. Must be getting a little bit confused. Nether door. Into lilac. I'm fairly certain we checked lilac before and it gave us nothing. End of the line. However, you can pot the birch sapling as well. Some kind of snowy village loot. Probably do with the extra bread. So we'll use this vantage point to see where we can go from here. Looks like the only way is down. Some water there. Do we want to risk it for a biscuit? Geronimo! There we go. I'm just thinking we could make a workbench, get ourselves some water. I'm fairly certain, I've never actually tried this. I'm fairly certain if we grab water in a bucket, it will still give us a water bucket. But we'll learn together. Because if water ends up being something useful, a lot of it about. Yeah, that just gives us a water bucket. Still useful to have. Something we should have probably got earlier. And now we can just continue our travels. You've been littering? I think that's a yes. Got some spruce plankage action there. Some ugly poo brown banners? Into, is that jungle pressure plate? Coal. Could be a couple of things actually, that jungle pressure plate. Could potentially be with a skeleton loot, would be interesting. Though the more likely thing is it's just a coal or loot. And are we getting anywhere nicer now? Looks like we could be in for a bit of a trek. So while we're trekking, there is something I wanted to talk about. You may have noticed there's been no challenge runs or Nuzlocke on the main channel for a while. I've tried playing them and my brain is just not cooperating. Like thinking through treacle at the moment. I'm just about able to keep coherent sentences together playing this. But when it takes intense concentration, like with the challenge runs and Nuzlocke, it's just not happening. I am really not well after that virus. It's been, what, 7-8 weeks nearly since I first came down with it, and I'm still sleeping 12 to 14 hours a day. So yeah, it's been a nasty start to the year. All the more frustrating because I had huge plans, I had my schedule all laid out. And it's all gone thingies up, so to speak. I'm hoping by the time this video comes out, I'll at least be back to a live stream or two a week. That will at least give us some content together on the main channel, even if it's not the pre-recorded videos. And I honestly have no idea when the prereqs are going to come back. I, at the moment, very much need to prioritise my recovery. I'm not going to make any promises at all about the prereqs. They, of course, will come back at some point in some capacity, as long as I fully recover from this. But when is a different question. Now, we're getting into slightly more humid biomes. Getting into the Tasia here. That does give us a couple of extra block checks. We've already seen birch planks. I don't think we ever checked them because I don't think we've seen the soul lantern before. That's jungle temple loot. Nothing really we need from that, unfortunately. Not seen any azalea bushes yet. We've not really been in the right climate for those, although the Tasias can sometimes border the correct climates for those. We just seem to be in perpetual Minecraft 1.0 biomes. So we've not even seen a bloody desert. Get some upset ghast pieces there. We move on through this. I'm hoping that we can do all of this via the surface. It would be nice. And this biome here, the Birch Forest, genuinely, what's the point of it? There is absolutely no need to have this dull and barren wasteland of a biome. It's got no unique mobs, no unique blocks, no unique terrain generation. It's just a bit crap, isn't it? I swore I saw some granite here as well. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. But we can check the diarrhea right. Nada. So diorite is not worth our time and effort. But the more we find that isn't the right answer, the closer we get to the right answer. At least that's the theory. At the moment, we're just in desperate need of some new wood types. Brute force those lilacs. I think they're the lilacs. Gotta be honest, I never really paid too much attention to the flowers in Minecraft. Yellow concrete powder. We've done that before. And once again we find ourselves in the same loop of biomes. No changes, no variety, just plains and forest, the occasional hill. the flower forest over there. That will at least give us some checks. We'll use this to get rid of some of the stuff we don't need. Hold of everything else. I do want to keep some torches in case we need to breadcrumb trail somewhere. But it's not like torches are going to be in short supply. Let's get ourselves double tall grass. Grab a bed for the night. And before we sleep, tulips give us another hanging sign. But we don't need to check any further than that because we've already checked the dandelion. Some emeralds for no good reason. Red tulips give us amethyst. Nice musical block. Into bamboo. That was into nothing. However, we grab another one of these. And another one because I messed up my placement, goodness me. Or does it not let you place them on top in Java Edition? We're back on the poppies. I'm sure we'll find a bamboo jungle for those. Allium, what about you? White concrete. Jungle sapling. Dead end. But we'll have a couple more flowers to check as well over here. Then I am really just hoping and praying that we get a change of biome. Change of scenery, change of luck. Yellow carpet. Nether brick. Bamboo sign. Red terracotta. Slab. Fungi. Glow squid. Where did that come from? Cherry slab. White powder. Into scary shrooms. We've already checked. Sunflowers, at least they're new. We can grab those. Then it's going to be yet more wandering. I was kind of hoping to make a little bit more progress this episode. But the seed has not been kind to us. Spruce fence gate after all of that. Into dead bushes, goodness me. Cartography table, which I think we've already seen. Long chain, I hope it's nothing useful. And end of the line. Probably need to get some more bread soon as well. Otherwise we're going to be using gapples as our main source of food. So an ocean would be handy. Change of biome would be even handier. But as long as we got tall grass nearby, we can at least sleep through the night. This is just the forever temperate biome place, isn't it? It's on coming and it keeps on coming. We've hit ocean. We've got enough wood for a workbench and a boat. We'll grab a boat and let's set sail. Hopefully when we reach the other side of this ocean. Hopefully it won't be a forever ocean. But we will have a good vantage point. We'll be able to look all the way around, see if we get different biomes. We're not even going to bother with that shipwreck. Most of the wood that spawns in shipwrecks we can check equally in other places without having to rely on such a tiny little structure. Is that another ugly fish temple? No. But the temperature of the ocean has changed. We've gone from the lukewarm ocean there, or should I say the regular ocean, into a lukewarm ocean. So that is progress at least. I think that gives us savanna, maybe swamp as well. Definitely better than what we were in. As long as this touches land. I'm starting to feel a little less hopeful because cooler ocean over there. But there is a jungle. That is a new biome. Thank goodness for that. I'm starting to go out of my tiny little mind. And look at that, we've got big bamboo, we've got jungle wood, we'll have melons. We'll have so much stuff we can check over here. Podzol as well, of course, and yet the boat does drop itself. Vines give us some kind of coppery bit. Banner. Terracotta into jungle fence. Stone cutter. Stripped jungle wood, that's different to log, but that gives us time waste. End stone and time waste. What are you? Oh, you're oak leaves, so you're giving the ghast loot table. Scam! The jungle leaves give us bloody oak saplings. Cherry fence. Pink wool. Snowball. Nada. Fish, of all things. Do you know that melons actually are 90% fish? I didn't until then. Let's go into the bamboo jungle. We'll try and find something to sleep on as well. Candy. Please be something good. Buttons. Podzol, what do you give us? Naffle, looking at that. The jungle is a little bit of a false hope here. We do actually need to get out the jungle now to try and find some double tall grass. I think the ferns overwrite them in jungle and jungle edge. It's starting to get a little bit dark out there. We will need to get some grass so we can get a bed, unless we've got one on us. We are safe for another night, actually. Oh, we've got rid of the knot. Need to do yet another declutter. Keep the ender pearls, keep the diamonds. Don't need the compass. Don't need the cauldron, don't need the concrete powder. Let's move on. Hopefully we'll find something like a savanna soon. To check the achacha wood. Take a swamp as well. I just hope this isn't a massive jungle. From the looks of it, it is. No unique flowers in the jungle. Nothing really of any use. It's not even like the jungle temple's got many unique common blocks. I think we checked Mossy Cobble at one of the villages. We can find a savannah, of course. We're going to get the savannah village check. Same with the desert. Same even with some of the colder biomes. We should probably have had a little look for a village there. But it didn't cross my mind at the time. And please tell me we're not going back into this purgatory. It looks like we're back in the temperate biomes. Yeah, Mr. Zombie, I agree. Boo. So in the next one, I think we're going to have to do the search all over again and hope for a bit more luck. We are getting towards the end of our third day. We're going to do like half-an-hour sessions of this. Unless we really start to make progress. And just like that, some progress has been made. There's Savannah. Some extra checks are on the way. But we are going to have to wait till the next one for that. It's getting to night time. We'll do 3 day-night cycles in each. Unless, of course, we get a thunderstorm, in which case we'll overrun ever so slightly. So I will say thank you all so much for watching once again. It's been an absolute pleasure. In the next one, we're going to have a little check of the savannah. See what goes on there. For now, though, thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed yourself. I'll catch you all very, very soon.